Welcome to another episode of Motivational Sundays with Kevin and Friends. And I am joined with a group of wonderful people. I have Kayla Smith, my co-host. I have Miss Denise Lopes. And hi, my name is Kevin McLemore. This show was originally created from more than 300 quotes that I created for the contents of my books and with the knowledge that I acquired for studying human behavior for the last 40 years. I was always curious of how the same quote landed on other people. Are they just words that lay there on the page, or were there conversations to be had? We meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everyone is welcome. I've posted on Facebook the Zoom ID and password, so you're welcome. Just bring something positive. And we're just always curious. So it's all about positivity. This episode is brought to you by RMK Productions and the 10 United Podcast Network. Our mission is through the power of story. We want to uplift, inspire, and share experiences and perspectives using the framework of learning and modeling. Our purpose is very clear: hope, helping other people every day. And so, Denise, Ife, and Kayla, today's quote, Naheem Garcia and David Curtis, our normal co-hosts, are not with us today. They are in Hollywood town doing their thing in production, so they're not here. But not Ife, but Naheem was nice enough to give us the quote for the day. If you only walk only on sunny days, you will never reach your destination. Now, I'm just curious on how this quote lands on you, Mr. Ife.
All right. That's a pretty good quote. Naheem always comes through with the great quotes. So with that one, in my opinion, I think is pretty much saying that we take this path, whether it's to success or whatever our goals are, and we can't do it just when it's convenient or, when the weather is nice or everything's going good. They say that the best time to start on your success journey is now. You don't wait till it's ideal. You don't wait till everything's in place. You don't wait till you have all the money. You just get started. And sometimes there's going to be rainy days. And rainy days, I guess we can put in air quotes and have that as a figure of speech, pretty much meaning that there'll be days when stuff doesn't go right at all, and you have to keep going. You have to keep moving regardless of what's happening, because if you do decide to stop, or you let rainy days stop you from your mission, you're never going to get to your goal or get to that level of success. So this quote to me pretty much is saying, keep going despite what may be out there. If you're going at it alone, if everything seems to be falling apart, if you believe that strongly in your path, your goal, your mission, it gets done regardless. So I think that quote is pretty inspirational. It's just saying, keep going, be at it, no matter what's going on.
And I agree with you 100%. Belle Biv DeVoe had a song that said, sunny days, everyone loves them, but baby, can you stand the rain? So that quote kind of lands right on it. So I'm going to go switch it over to Denise Lopes, to see how this quote landed on her. Education for up the Beantown way. How you doing, Denise? Good morning.
Hi, I'm doing well. For me, this quote is just the story of my life. You have to go through the storm, and with the storm, you get to grow. Because if you're only going to have sunny days, you're not going to grow as a person. For me, it's like looking into when something happens, I don't ask why me. I just ask, why is this teaching me? What's the lesson for this? And if you only have sunny days, it's not like you're not living life, because you have to go through stuff to get to how they say it. You have to go through the storm to see the rainbow. And for me, I've been through a lot. And I always know that I'm going to have my sunny days, even when there's a storm. And life is not about having sunny days. It's about going through things. And for me, it's just a growth.
Yeah, to my listeners, listen to the last part of what Denise just said. Life is not about just having sunny days. You have to go through the growth. And that weighs on you a little bit, gives you something to think about. Kayla, our Central State, about to graduate, Central State University alumni, co-host to the college experience on the RMK production. She is the co-host of her own show, talking about life on college campus, especially at a historically Black college. So that's cool, at Central State University. Caleb, if you only walk only on sunny days, you'll never reach your destination. How does this land with you?
Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. I think this quote lands on me, especially for my college students out there right now. We're about to go through finals, and I think this point in the semester that keeps reoccurring of your collegiate career, it's a very trying time for everyone involved because you're constantly fighting between, should I go to sleep or should I study? It's a constant battle. And last night I was watching a movie and it was about 5:30 and I just found myself wake up 7 hours later at midnight. And my mom walked in, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know how tired I was." And I think I am constantly pushing through, no matter if it's rainy, sunny, figuratively, no matter if it's rainy, sunny, cloudy. I know I have to just do what I have to get done. And that sometimes means that we have to sacrifice sleep sometimes. We have to sacrifice, maybe hanging out with friends for that night, maybe going to the movies that night. We have to sacrifice sometimes, but I know that yesterday that really showed me I'd been sacrificing sleep this week way too much. And it's not going to be always easy and cookie cutter. It's never going to be a yes or no, a right or wrong thing. You just kind of have to figure out what you need to do for yourself in that moment. And I think, like Miss Denise says, it's all about growth. So that constant, okay, I know this week is going to be stressful because I'm preparing for exams, I'm preparing for a big job promotion presentation, I'm preparing for a big whatever it may be. And sometimes it does have to come with the sacrifice of your basic needs in that moment, but it'll all pay off in the end. And so, like she said, sunny days are going to come. And so we all know that once we finish that presentation, once we finish that exam, once we finish that thing we've been preparing for, we know that we'll feel better. Even if it's pouring rain that day, there's a tornado watch or something, but you know that you did your best and you did what you needed to do, it can still be a sunny day for you. So I know that I don't know. I know it's really tough to kind of pick and choose when to be what you need to be in that moment, depending on if everyone around you is going through something great, you feel like you have to be putting yourself into something great as well, even though the rest of your life isn't so great. I think that comes with we're constantly trying to compare ourselves to other people, compare our experiences to other people. And the truth is we're all just individual humans trying to navigate life. And I think if it's sunny for me one day, but Mr. Kevin's having a rough time or vice versa, we can always lean on each other in those moments. We can always lean on each other in good moments, in good times, but also in not so great times. And so I think overall, this quote just says to keep going regardless of how life is treating you, because we always know that it will get better, but always know that no matter if things are going good or things are going bad, to give yourself a break. Let yourself just sleep sometimes. That was me yesterday. I had every intention of doing a bunch of work in the afternoon, but my body was just telling me, like, you need to go to sleep. That just needs to happen. And I think in that moment, that 7 hour stretch of sleep that I didn't even know what was going on, my body was feeling, okay, I feel like I'm in the sunny part again, because my body itself was maybe going through some times that wasn't even paying attention to, but I thought I was I thought mentally and I thought, physically in life, I was doing great, but my body was like, no, you need to go to sleep. We're not doing so great right now. And I think bringing this quote internally and understanding your body on a deeper level can also help in your growth journey, because you'll know, okay, not only do I need to take care of myself mentally, but physically, spiritually, emotionally. And no matter if all of those things are okay, but there's turmoil going on around you, you know that you yourself are doing okay. And so I say all that to say it's never black or white. It's never cookie cutter. It's never gonna be straightforward. And I think I'm learning that as a college student, and I'll take that for the rest of my life.
Well, and I think our listeners are going to take that for the rest of their life, understanding life is not a cookie cutter and plans are always scheduled to be changed. So if you only walk only on sunny days, you'll never reach your destination. You know, when I read the quote, um, and then after I talked to Naheem, a couple of things, because it becomes personal, because we have to, I was reading a book called The Four Agreements. Denise talked to me about it, and the first agreement is talking about owning your word. And that's one of the things you have to understand. You have to understand your word. We keep trying to put our words on everyone else. You know, ask yourself, why doesn't an argument ever end? And the answer is clear, because someone wants to win. But is winning always right? When you sacrifice more of the human nature, the human part of us trying to win a argument or hold on to a position. There's nothing about life that is easy. As we know, we're more divided than we are coming together in every aspect of our life. We now have labels for every aspect of whatever we think we are. One group is more important than another group. But what really matters? What really matters to each of us is how we're living, how we get along, how we manage to get through each day. Yesterday in Pennsylvania, we were all, running for shelter in the storm, every last one of us, wondering if the next 5 seconds we're going to live or we're going to die. Think about it. When you take a position in a relationship, in your job, in a conversation, don't take your position. Acknowledge the conversation that's coming at you, and acknowledge that the conversation they're having real, instead of defending your position. It's hard for some people to open up and to share. It's hard for some people to be vulnerable and allow themselves to be vulnerable to someone else, because we all think we have the answers, and no one has an answer to any of the questions other than just trying to make this moment right. Commit to the moment. No matter if it's sunshine, no matter if it's a rainy day, no matter if it's the perfect landscape and the perfect view, everything is perfect. Live in the moment. If you live in the moment, you'll eventually get to where you need to be it in your professional career, be it in your academic career, be it in your emotional career, your relationships with family and friends, or be it in your own personal relationship. Define what your one word is, or what your word is, and live with that. If happiness and living a great life is that, do whatever it takes. And I'll repeat, do whatever it takes to bring the pieces together where happiness will prevail. And that'll get you to your destination. And that's kind of the way that the quote landed on me. And I hope to our listeners, when you look back and ask yourself, if you only walk on sunny days, you'll never reach your destination. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. As always, we meet every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone is welcome. You go to my Facebook page, Kevin McLemore, on Facebook, McLemore. The password and ID is all there. You're more than welcome to join. I'm always so appreciative to be joined by so many dynamic people: Denise, Ife, Naheem, David, Kayla, Percy, Pivo, our normal crew that's here. And this quote kind of hit home today. Now I want to go ahead and wrap this up and get a catch up on what some of the things that are going on in each and every last one of our lives. Ife, what's going on over in the Carolinas?
A whole lot of pollen and a whole lot of weather changes. Can't go out without checking the weather. One day it might feel like spring, and then the next day it's like, oh, winter's like, I ain't done with it yet. So, the weather is got a mind of its own. However, it is spring. It is a new season. So it's a chance for us to be renewed. It's a chance for us to to reflect on the past few weeks or the past few months and just be our best selves. So that's what I'm doing, taking the time in to enjoy this new season, but then knowing that this season is here for a reason. And yeah, just looking to do some productive things, but taking it a day at a time, and kind of start my Sundays having this great conversation with amazing people. So that's where I'm at with it.
Thank you. Kayla Smith, how's everything going in College Town? How's life going on?
It's going well. I'm just still working at school, still trying to keep it pushing. There's a lot of great things going on. The honors convocations on Tuesday, so we get to celebrate all the amazing honor students, and it's always so humbling and a blessing to be surrounded by so many students that work so hard, even when times get tough, even when people try to drag them down. So I always love the convocation because we're all just celebrating our successes over the past couple of semesters. Yeah, research is going cool, still loving it, still loving what I'm doing, and I'm surrounded by such an amazing cohort of people that always encourage me and supporting me, including this group. And yeah, I can second that, Mr. Ishay. The weather is absolutely ridiculous. It was raining yesterday. Now it's going to be in the 70s on Tuesday. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on, but global warming.
All
But
right.
yeah.
We control what we can control. Denise, going through her master's program. How's everything going on Being Sound?
The weather too is the same thing. One day it's cold. Last Friday, everybody had their winter coat again because it was really cold. So right now, I'm getting ready for MCAS. I have MCAS this week and next week. And after the 15th, I'm gonna be the MC for a gala, which they celebrating the artists, Cape Verdean artists that passed away. So I'm gonna be the host, the MC. So I'm nervous because I have to do my research. I have to talk about the artist. So and I have to change outfit twice, and I'll be dancing too because my dance group. So it's gonna be a fun night. So I'm getting ready for that.
All right. And me, I am still, trugging away at the 26 pieces of artwork I'm doing for my next book. It's a coffee table book called The World's Not Ready for You. So I'm illustrating for the first time in that book. I'm excited about coming to Boston with high expectations and a little nervousness about having a group of professional actors and actresses read one of my screenplays. So there's going to be a reading. I'm excited about that. And everything's going well with RMK Productions. Kayla's got another podcast interview coming up. We're going to be doing an interview with women in STEM, talking about, the pros and cons about that. I've invited Kayla to come on to be my co-host for that show, since that's what she is studying. And she can get a chance to ask some real world questions from someone that's in a senior position in pharma. So I'm excited about that. And to our listeners, all I can do is say thank you, and thank you for tuning in. We meet every single Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow us on RMK Productions and Network on our YouTube page. If you'd like more information, you can shoot us an email at info@rmkproductions.org, or hit me up on Facebook, or hit any of us. Just look us up. I just want to thank everyone for coming in and tuning into this episode of Motivational Sundays with Kevin and Friends. My grandfather used to always say is that when you get to a position where you can help someone else, it is your duty to do so. He said, reach one, teach one, and we'll fade to black. Thank you, and we're out.